And we continue another incredible day of learning Musar together, Musar Yomi, with this fabulous Hachzik program. We're still in the middle of the chapter of Nikiyas, the 11th chapter of the Mesilas Yesharim. Yesterday we learned the attitude we have to have with regard to forbidden foods, not just something that is a mamish treif, even something that might have tarfas in it, something that might not be kosher, with the mashal of if you have a little bit of poison in your chalent, will you just dig in? Obviously not. You'd be super careful. Certainly when it comes to kasher, says the Mesilas Yesharim. And we pick it up on page 203, and now we've been going in Aveirah Shebin Adam L'Makom, Arayis, Gezela, Kashrus, and now the Ramchal goes and brings it back home. Now says the Mesilas Yesharim, let's go to Bin Adam L'Chaveirah. Now we're going to talk about Aveiros that happen in regular interactions between people. Kegoin hanas tavarim, hurtful speech. Halbanas alpanim, humiliating your friend. Hachshalas iver beitza, making someone stumble with bad advice. Rechilos gavsav sino nekima, hatred and revenge. Shvuos, making oaths. Devar shaker, lying chil Hashem, desecrating Hashem's name. Which of course is interesting that that's going in Ben Adam L'Chaveirah. Maybe someone think that's Ben Adam L'Makom. Kim Amar Yene Kesi Mehem. For who could say I am clean from them? Taharti Me Ashman Bam. Or who could say I'm pure from all these different entities? Ki Anfeyem Rabim. The branches. It's a tree with so many branches. V'takim An Ma'oid. And very subtle the nuances. Asher hayizayir bam Torah kadol, so that avoiding them is very serious. It continues the Mesilas Yesharim. We're going to go one by one into each and every one of these averos. Obviously, each one is, of course, a large sugya, but hopefully it will just give us chizik to at least be a bit more careful in each and every entity. Oynas devarim bechlalu. What is oynas devarim? Hurtful speech. Ledaber bifnei chaveiroi levad sheyevash mimenu. To say to your friend, even levad, even in private, something he's going to be embarrassed about. Not necessarily, you're not getting up in public and you're not embarrassing in public, chas v'shalom. But between you and him, you're saying something he's going to be embarrassed. That is hurtful speech. Kol shekinah amir of the Ram davar shevish was certainly if you say it in public. Or lastly, ma'isa shekrim le'yeveosh, you're doing something that caused him to be embarrassed. But ma'asham Perek hazav, this gemara about metzia ma'yabal tshuva. If someone is about tshuva, don't say remember your original deeds. If someone has sicknesses, you can't tell him. Like Eve's friend said to him, remember which innocent person ever this happened to. You know you're having issues. It must be because you did have aveiros. You're causing him embarrassment. If donkey drivers are asking for payment, why? Because you could go and they're getting money for the delivery of the grain that they just gave. Don't tell them. Go to the other guy who sells gravy, and you know he never sold grain. A practical joke. There's someone comes in, where can I buy a Coke? Oh, that store over there. The guy walks in, I hear you sell soda, can I buy a soda? And the guy starts laughing. He just walked into a barber and he's asking for a Coke. That's hurtful speech. You're making someone feel bad. Continues the Ramchal, Ukvar Amr Zechon Levracha, says the Chachamim, Gadol Aynas Devarim, May Aynas Mamoin. We started way back a few days ago learning about Aynas Mamoin, Gezela, etc. Says the Chachamim, hurting your friend verbally is worse than hurting him financially. V'kol shekeinim u'barabim. That one I think we all know. We can lose everything with one bad word against a friend. All the gates of heaven have been locked. Those who cry out from hurtful speech. Hashem punishes everyone through a shliach. If someone gets hurt, Hashem himself pays back. V'amru says the three offenses for which the pargud, the curtain does not close, they go straight up to Shemayim. Someone who is hurt and he cries out to Hashem. We have to be careful. It says even while doing a mitzvah. What does that mean? Says the pasuk you have to give. You have to rebuke someone. It says the Gemara in Erchin. Part of Mishnah, you would think you have to rebuke someone even if he feels bad, even if his face changes color from humiliation. Ta'ama loymar veloy sisa alav chet. You have to give him Moser, you have to say something, but you got to make sure he does not get hurt by it. Mikol elu amamorim tira. Concludes the Ramchal. What do we see from all of this? How far do the branches, how thin, all the different offshoots of these averos become anshe koshin? How terrible is the einish? How careful we have to be. Today's chizuk is ainas devarim, in hurtful speech, a simple word, what it could do, how horrible it could be. I'll pick up from here in the next year. B'siyata dishmaya.